Good afternoon. My name is Michael Frona, President of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. JA is thrilled to bring our second annual Young Entrepreneur Live competition to you today in partnership with the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. Too many young people grow up unprepared to make good financial decisions, and we know how important it is to help young people prepare for a prosperous financial future, including equipping them with skills to own their own businesses and to create jobs. The knowledge JA volunteers share and the inspiration they provide ultimately leads to more young people living an abundant and fulfilling life as an adult. We are incredibly proud of all the students who submitted businesses for this competition, but alas, we could only select 4 finalists, one of which was selected via our first regional competition held in Northeast Wisconsin just a month ago. We really enjoyed getting to know the students who participate today, and we think you will too. Before introducing our MC, we want to thank you. Thank you for watching, but more importantly, thank you for accepting our invitation to support the work of Junior Achievement. Your investment in the lives of young people will pay great dividends. I hope you will be generous in the invitation to support JA's work later in today's program. We know youth have the power and fortitude to contribute to a brighter tomorrow, which is exemplified by the young entrepreneurs you'll be meeting very soon. Now, please help me welcome our MC from our media partner, Fox 6 Milwaukee, Nicola Junowitz.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon. What a special day this is. I am so thrilled to be here with all of you to celebrate free enterprise and free entrepreneurship in one of its finest capacities with the youth of our great state. Today, we have 6 students representing 4 businesses from all around the state of Wisconsin who have risen to the top and have already showcased their innovation, their leadership, and their growth potential. Over the next hour and a half, you'll get to know each and every one of their successes. Each will present in front of our panel of local celebrity judges. Now, I may have had a chance to take a look at our finalists, have a little sneak peek before today, and I will tell you, I was left so inspired and quite frankly, humbled. Their families, their parents must be so unbelievably proud of them. JA is proud of them, and the state of Wisconsin is so proud of them. And there is a lot on the line today. One finalist will walk away with a $10,000 scholarship, and the remaining 3 finalists will each receive a $1,500 scholarship. So really everybody is a winner today. And I also want to share that we are going to be having a Viewer's Choice Award brought to you by Russ Darrow Automotive Group. This award will be decided by you, our wonderful viewers. The finalist who receives the most votes will receive an additional $500 cash prize after the completion of this competition today. So be sure to check out the event chat or Junior Achievement of Wisconsin social accounts for the voting link. Voting will close at midnight tomorrow. Now, I would like to introduce you to our judges who have so graciously joined us today to lend their expertise and their time, and we know that their time is so valuable. First, we are so thrilled to have him back again this year. We have Mr. Craig Culver, co-founder, board chairman, and brand ambassador for Culver's. What you may not know about Culver's is that it started with the purchase of an A&W restaurant back in the 1980s and now has boomed to over 775 Culver's franchises, ever famous for those delicious butter burgers, the cheese curds, the concrete mixers. I could go on and on, but I don't want everybody to get hungry. Next, we have Greg Marcus, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Marcus Corporation. As the leader of Marcus Theaters and Marcus Hotels and Resorts, he knows a thing or two about guest experience and what it means to put your name to a company. If you've ever stepped foot in any of his properties, whether it be the Pfister, they are just wonderful properties. We also have with us today Austin Ramirez. He is the president and CEO of Husco International. Under his leadership, Husco has tripled in size and has been recognized as Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year. And he has also demonstrated his unbelievable commitment to investing in our youth as co-founder of his very own K-12 school on Milwaukee's South Side. We are also so thrilled to have Brittany Rosales with us today, founder and managing member of Rose Mob Hospitality, LLC, a food truck and catering business that she started with her father back in 2018 with an old 1996 defunct delivery truck that they found for $6,000. And fun fact, she is also a proud JA alum, so quite a success story to have here today. Finally, Back and better than ever, we have Denise Thomas, president and owner of the Effective Communication Coach. After almost 20 years of experience with Fortune 500 companies, Denise now focuses on transforming emerging and existing professionals into leaders by mastering the art of effective communication. What an all-star lineup that we have here today. And again, we want to thank our judges so much for volunteering their time today and for sharing their wisdom about entrepreneurship, something that they know so well. As Michael shared earlier, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin is committed to preparing young people now for a prosperous financial future, which includes equipping them with skills to own their own businesses and create jobs. That work, though, is not done alone. I want to acknowledge our 4 regional sponsors for the Young Entrepreneur Live competition, and they are as follows: Baker Tilly, BMO Harris Bank, Ernst & Young, and T&M Partners. You'll hear messages from the representatives of each of these organizations all throughout our event today, and we also have many additional sponsors who have made today's event possible for us. And finally, we do depend on you to make today's event as impactful as possible. Throughout the event, you will see a text to give code scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Your support of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin's mission makes dreams possible for youth across our entire state. We thank you in advance for your consideration and support. I now want to introduce our first sponsor, T&M Partners, who will help us meet our first finalist.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. T&M Partners LLC and Kelvin Foundation are proud to be a regional sponsor of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition.
Hi everyone, I'm Ted Kellner. I'm pleased to join you as a regional sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. You know, it's hard to believe, but I was once a young entrepreneur myself. I had the great pleasure for my 50-year business career to be an entrepreneur, now an old entrepreneur. But when I started in business, I got some great advice from my dad. My dad said, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life, but only work half a day. And he said, it doesn't matter which 12 hours. The point of that, and it's good advice, is when you're an entrepreneur running your own business, you do spend a lot of time at it, but if it's your own business, it's a lot of fun. You're not working for anybody other than yourself and your employees, and you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And the success you have is going to be yours. So to all of you that are entrepreneurs out there, I wish you all the best. You're about to embark on a wonderful journey. It is fun, and it's very rewarding if you do it the right way. I am now pleased to introduce to you Alexis Benrud, who is the owner of Eunoia Company.
It is not uncommon to see a teenager posting selfies on social media. For 17-year-old Alexis Benrud of Menominee in western Wisconsin, that's how this all started.
Back in 2019, my sister and I went thrifting, and we just decided to make an Instagram account for fun.
Alexis's love of sharing, repurposing, and reselling clothes originally thrifted, soon taken to the next level.
Made me think of the idea to start a website, which is where it really started.
Benrud is the proud creator and owner of Eunoia Co.
It is ancient Greek, and it means a beautiful mind, and that exhibits goodwill and kindness, and I think that shines through with my business.
On her website that she made herself and in her brand that she developed, you'll notice a style from a decade that long predates her. It has earned her thousands of loyal followers, a number that continues to grow.
It's something that I truly love. As you can see, I love the music. I just love the fashion, everything from the 70s.
For her parents,
I don't want to reveal your ages, but were you guys even around in the 70s?
No.
I was born in 78.
they remain in awe of what started as their daughter's obsession with Mamma Mia has turned into.
I couldn't imagine doing what she's doing at 17 years old. It's pretty crazy.
Like her decision recently to reach out to a social media influencer to collaborate, turning a family spring break trip that happened to be near where she lived into a photo shoot.
We decided to make a Mamma Mia inspired clothing collection. So we posted that in July, and it sold out internationally in less than 5 minutes with over 300 orders. It was crazy.
Our basement's pretty much been taken over by this business. So what used to be my football watching room is now her business.
Her success catching the judge's eye for Junior Achievement Live, where she is now a finalist.
I still kind of feel like I'm in shock. This whole process has been really surreal.
That's pretty groovy. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Hello, groovy people. My name is Alexis Bennard, and I started my business, Unoya Co., when I was 15 years old. I am now halfway through my senior year of high school, and I'm so proud of how far my business and myself have come in so many different ways. COVID-19 hit, and I launched my website a month later on April 9th, 2020. I began focusing on growing my social media platforms and rebranding my business into something I love. I am constantly coming up with new ideas. My goal is to create a timeless brand that featured all the things that I am passionate about, which so many more people than you could ever imagine love too. In 2021, despite my affordable pricing, I still had a gross profit of around $19,100. My expenses were roughly $8,700, a lot of which being machinery investments that I have now paid off, meaning I made $10,400 while being a full-time student and athlete. I had a nearly 260% increase in my gross sales for the rest of the year after I launched my first Mamma Mia inspired clothing collection last summer. But I don't want to let any growth take away from any of my morals and values, which is why I know that this increase in my platform will allow me to give back even more in the future. Green is Groovy, the Unoya Co. original and exclusive Earth Day inspired collection. Last year, I was able to donate slightly more than 50% of my profit from this collection to 4 environmental nonprofits that I personally love. This is one of the projects that I'm most proud of and excited for, as I plan to launch it again on this upcoming year and raise even more money and awareness for these amazing profits. My goal is to create a brand that people would be able to wear outside of Earth Day, but it still reflected everything in my business. Along with the pieces that will be exclusive to the collection, I also plan on donating an additional 20% of my profit from any other pieces purchased during this time. My Mamma Mia collection is another collection that I'm really proud of. In July 17th, what a night, which is a significant day in the first Mamma Mia movie, I launched this collection, and it has reached so many people across the world. I've been able to help more people and raise money, and that has made more traffic to my website. It's really important to me to make sure I'm sourcing my clothing from a company that I truly believe in. This company is Hope Bargain Center, which is a thrift store that I choose to support in a variety of ways. I also plan on launching an exclusive clothing and tote bag collection dedicated to my love for thrifting. A portion of the profit from this collection will be donated towards Hope and their various shelters. This scholarship could absolutely be a decision maker when it comes to what I'm able to focus more of my time on while I continue my education at a university and the momentum of my business, because it truly is my greatest passion. I would like to thank Junior Achievement for this amazing opportunity, the coaches and the judges here for their expertise and time, and my friends and family for their support throughout this entire journey. And before I open it up to any questions, I have a gift that I brought for each of you.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
It's yours.
Thank you. Can we open it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I wanted to package each of your gifts as if you were actually receiving a package from me in the mail, because I know how important it is to make sure you are customizing and personalizing your gift to your customers, and it really makes them feel more included, and I've found great success with that. And the gift that you are receiving is a tote bag from my Green is Groovy collection that has not been released yet, and it will be released for the first time this year, so you are all the very first to get one.
Wow.
It will be releasing on April 1st of 2022.
Well,
That's awesome. Thank you.
Cool, thank you.
questions?
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to lead us off? So, the clothing is purchased from a thrift shop?
Yes.
Is that what you said? And it's not used clothing, or is it?
Yeah, it's secondhand clothing.
Okay.
A lot of it's blank pieces that I put my own elements and designs on, which is a really cool way to make a unique piece for everyone because they're all one of a kind. You don't ever really thrift the same thing twice.
So do you go to this place, the shop?
Yeah.
And you pick things out, and you say, I want that, and
Yep.
you pay them whatever, and bring it home, and you filled the house up, from what I
Right,
understand.
So I have a question. First of all, Alexis, your story is incredible.
Thank you.
And I truly just admire your passion for giving back. You have such a broad spectrum of products, and along with your entrepreneurial mindset, I'm curious because I anticipate that your business is going to continue to grow. I noticed that from a warehousing standpoint,
Yeah.
it was pretty full. What are you thinking in terms of how you're going to prepare for this continuous growth in conjunction with donating back to a number of environmental nonprofits that you're passionate about?
Right, so I just want to make sure I'm not letting any growth take away from anything I'm giving back and doing right now. I'm hoping in the future I will be able to hire a few employees to work for me so I can still balance being a full-time student and athlete with everything I'm doing.
Okay, great.
Hey, Alexis, so I run a manufacturing company. One of the things I have to worry about every day is my supply chain and getting enough material to fill my customers' demands. One of the things I love about your model is that you're using material that's already there on the shelves waiting for you. Do you have any issues in terms of getting enough product from the thrift shop that you like to fill all your customers' demands? And how do you think about scaling that up as you grow?
I definitely have had problems with my Mamma Mia collection selling out so much faster than I anticipated, but we've done relaunch and pre-orders, which that has helped people to be able to purchase a piece in advance, customize it even, and I've been able to give to even more people. But for the most part, I've done a good job with knowing what to look for and knowing what I'm capable of to create my pieces. But I think in the future, if I could have someone else thrifting for me too, and we could have multiple people going multiple places, because Hope does have multiple different locations, I think that would be a way to branch that out.
How are you going to handle when you go off to college? How are you going to handle the business?
So I have been admitted to the University of Minnesota, which is about an hour where I live. And since my business is my biggest passion, I want to make sure that's a priority in my life, obviously outside of school. So I'm going to try to see if I can get someone back home working for me so they can help get orders packaged out. But I've done good at taking, say, a weekend of the month and doing all my content creating and getting all planned in advance. So all I have to do is click post and my new products launch out. So I think that will be a good way to do that in college.
So marketing, you market, how do you market to your line of clothing?
Mainly through my social media accounts. Instagram is my biggest one. That's where I have my highest engagement rates, but I also do TikTok, which has helped reach more people. And my business partner, Emily Stevens, with the Mamma Mia collection, she has a big following, and she's helps market our collections, which has brought in a lot of new people for my business too.
I wondered, can you legally use
You took the word right out of my mouth. That was my next question.
Mamma
That's
Mia?
a question I do get a lot. But the thing about our products is that it's inspired by Mamma Mia. It's not like we're taking exact things from the movie and slapping it on a shirt. A lot of it too is you probably wouldn't even realize it was for Mamma Mia unless you knew the Mamma Mia movies, which is another cool thing. So you don't necessarily even need to love Mamma Mia as much as I do to wear it.
But I see like some sort of thing going on where we show Mamma Mia in a theater and you do a drop, right? I see a business combination possibility here.
Absolutely.
Alexis, I am very proud of you. I can only imagine how your
Thank
family
you.
feels about you, and this was a great presentation. I'm wondering how many repeat customers you have month to month and how many new customers that you're seeing.
I do have a lot of repeated customers, but I'm constantly growing. Since July of last year, I've been growing a lot with new customers, but a lot of them do come back because they really love my products, they love my business. I'm really the only one doing what I'm doing, especially with the sustainability factor, which is why I think they love it so much.
What's the age group that you are buying your products?
Mainly high school and college, but I do have a lot of middle schoolers that buy from me. I've even had adults buy from me, especially the Mamma Mia collection. You'd be surprised how many different people it can reach.
I like the meaning behind your name, but is it an issue that people might have trouble spelling it?
Sometimes. I like it because it's ancient Greek, which kind of comes full circle with Mamma Mia, which takes place in Greece, which isn't something that I initially had planned, but I think it's unique and it's something you don't really hear very often.
So in terms of marketing, it appears as though your targeted audience is of a certain demographic. Have you thought about, in terms of marketing and just aesthetics, broadening that to appeal to even more young ladies or even more people that are of different identities?
I have, yeah. And I like to do that. I have been trying to broaden my models even for diversity, but also I started with just Mamma Mia and I've expanded to the 70s too, which is something I love as well. But I want to keep broadening it, so even if you don't like either of them, they're pieces you could still love, but they could tie back to.
Absolutely, and I would consider, because you have a huge following, your business partner also maybe promote something like, hey, we're looking for more diverse models. If you're interested, some type of incentive, because again, it resonates. I think there's another opportunity in terms of growing it to have a little bit more diverse in terms of models, but it definitely resonates, and I love it.
Thank you.
Are you paying your parents rent?
No, I'm not.
You may want to think about, they may want to think about it.
All right, well, that does it for our questioning for Alexis. I call her the old soul of our bunch today because it all started, with a passion, right? That's how so many successful businesses start. For Alexis, it was the 70s and Mamma Mia, and look at how the world responded when she shared it with them. Just so impressive. I am now pleased to introduce our next sponsor. We have BMO Harris Bank, who will introduce us to our next finalist.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. BMO Harris is proud to be a regional sponsor of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. BMO Harris, when a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Hello, I'm Kara Kaiser, head of U.S. Corporate Real Estate for BMO Harris Bank. On behalf of BMO Harris Bank, I am pleased to join you as a regional sponsor for the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. At BMO, we are driven by a single purpose: to boldly grow the good in business and in life. Inspired by our purpose and energized by the opportunity to drive positive change, we are working with our customers, our employees, and the communities we serve to create opportunities that benefit everyone. We know that BMO cannot thrive unless the surrounding community is healthy and has the support and resources necessary to keep moving forward. That's why we are so proud to support the important work of Junior Achievement, an organization dedicated to inspiring and preparing young people to succeed in a global economy. The young entrepreneurs before us today are a part of the good BMO is proud to invest in. I'm now pleased to introduce you to Michael Munajed, owner of Calcius Trading, LLC.
We're going to be honest. We likely don't have the time to exactly explain Michael Munajed's success story.
I think I could talk about this for hours. And I have been for a lot of my friends, I'll be honest.
But trust us, what this 17-year-old from Middleton has accomplished is mind-blowing.
Yes, it was a really long process. I'll be honest. I initially started in middle school.
To understand what he's doing, you have to comprehend a world which most people know very little about. Deciding to launch his very own business, diving headfirst into the world of cryptocurrency.
At the time, I realized, I saw cryptocurrency rising at that point. I knew it would be something bigger in the future.
But instead of trading the digital currency, which most exchanges restrict for those under 18, his high schooler's aha moment came when a friend asked for help creating it, a process known as mining.
I had one of my friends hit me up and ask me if I had any of these computer parts. And I've never heard of these things before.
His company, Calcius Mining Co., was born.
So if somebody asked me what I do, I sell the equipment and I also give consultancy advice on cryptocurrency mining.
If you need more info, just don't ask his parents.
I totally don't understand what he is doing.
His mom and dad made their son sit down with an accountant and a lawyer to make sure the business was legit in this emerging financial world. You'll understand when you hear his profits.
I've hit about $600,000 within these last year and a half. Hopefully I'll be able to hit $1 million in revenue by the time I'm a senior. It looks I'll be able to do that, but we'll see what happens.
Can you say that number again? I just want to make sure I heard you correctly.
$1 million by 18. I think it's really possible.
As you lift your jaw from the floor, maybe this all shouldn't have come as a surprise. Munajat's currently taking 6 AP classes, worked managing companies when he was in the 9th grade, learned computer code to launch his website from scratch, and created his own nonprofit, linking high schoolers with companies that provide paid internships. He's made his parents proud.
Yes, it's mind-blowing to us too. We are blessed with 2 very bright and unique kids.
In all that success, he's dug up a new title, Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live finalist. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Hello judges, I'm Michael Munajed and I'm a junior at Middleton High School in Middleton, Wisconsin. I first started my company when I was 14 years old. I initially started, I just moved from a new city, from an old city called Appleton, Wisconsin to my current city, Middleton, Wisconsin. And I had no idea what I liked. I tried video games, I tried sports, but I just could not find my passion. So I tried to think outside the box. And I applied for an internship at a tech startup in Los Angeles, California. From there, it was completely unpaid, but the experience I got was immense. And I understood exactly what business was and what I wanted to do in the future. So my first company was started when I was 14. And when I first started my company, I realized there was this huge disconnect between cryptocurrency mining and then the different currencies. For the longest time, it's always been only Bitcoin in a Bitcoin-dominated world. So I wanted to move on to Ethereum. And so with this, after 3 years of growing it, it's became largely successful. We've hit over, like mentioned in the video, it was around $600,000 in revenue, and we'll be projecting $1 million in revenue by the time I graduate. The profit is around $120,000, and it's about $100,000 after expenses. We have 2 accountants that work for us. And on top of that, I've been able to start a bunch of different projects. The same way as I got that internship, I wanted to give other students internships. So I started a nonprofit to help students find internships in their community in jobs like marketing and maybe like farm work. It ranges from a whole variety of things. And we got about 12 businesses that got interested. And from there, we got a handful of students that now are able to decide what major they want to do in college and find their passion. So after that, it's been a year and a half since I started that, and now my future goals for the company is just keep sustaining, try out new projects, and in the future, I plan on going to the University of Pennsylvania at Wharton. I apply next year, and while I have made, I'm very grateful to have made the money I made. It only pays for about half of my college tuition, so this scholarship would provide even more money to be able to pay off my student loans. And then in front of you is a demo of kind of like what my business is, kind of like the future plans and the future plans that I have, and then kind of like the process step by step for the customer. So yeah.
Okay, I have a quick question. I am 45, and I don't pretend to know a lot about crypto, although I'm in a position where I could invest. So my biggest thing is, how do you, because when you say you connect with your clients through establishing personal relationships, how do you ignite the whole like understanding of what this is and what's the value proposition?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, most of my customers already kind of know what it is, but they're like, how is it being made? How can I be part of the process? So when I initially started the company, Ethereum was also like $800 around there. And so what happened was, when people would mine, they won't also only make an income off of the actual currency itself, or like the mining process of, you know, it mining, but they actually make profit off of the, you know, the price of it going up. Right now it's about $3,500. So they were able to make this substantial amount of money. But for me to explain it to them, basically kind of what I do is I they have a beginner's knowledge and they just want to learn more on how they can be part of the process.
Great.
Yeah.
So Michael, to clarify, the business model is you sell equipment for people to mine. That's the
Yeah.
first equipment sale. And then you offer consulting and that's other ways that you can sell to the same customer?
Yeah. Or if they don't know the process yet, really try to explain it and try to get them on board.
Do you charge for that time?
I do not actually. That's a big part. So we don't have social medias. I tried social medias. The problem is pitching $10,000 pieces of equipment does not bode well. You know, you have this problem where where not many people are too interested. So I ended up realizing that being able to have a calendar on my website where people can just have live meetings with me is the way to do it, even if they're not purchasing customers. And that's the way that I've been able to reach my customers.
How do you find your customers?
It's really complicated. There's tons of different chats, but for the most part, I just use a lot of social connecting. There are huge communities and like stuff like Slack where you can join them, or like Discord, and you can join them and start talking with different people. So I'm very used to just connecting with people on all types of social media platforms, even if we don't have like an official page. Just trying to establish that personal connection.
Michael, tell me about the product. Is there something proprietary in the hardware that you put together, or?
Yeah, so there's all these different types of pieces of equipment. As you can see on the board, like there's the frame, there's all the wiring, and then there's also like an issue with electricity, and then there's also like the parts itself. So for the most part, we do a combination of everything. Basically everything you see up there, we can do. Motherboards, CPU, stuff like that. It's just a combination of everything.
Who are your competitors? Where will your customers go if they didn't purchase from you?
Yeah, there aren't too many competitors on the market, I guess. I haven't really ran into that many. It seems like a pretty unique field. There are like a lot of larger farms, and they'll purchase right from huge companies, and they'll be like getting investments from hundreds of millions of dollars. But on a mid-scale to a small scale, there isn't much competition.
I think this is a huge opportunity. And when you say that there's not many people that are interested, I think it's because of just lack of awareness and understanding. So there may be an opportunity for you to further even grow this more by tapping to those people that it's not a matter of not being interested, it's just a matter of not understanding.
Yeah.
Have you bumped into any securities regulations issues with people? Do you have to be careful?
I actually have to, because you can't trade cryptocurrency under 18. So I don't actually touch the currency itself. This was like the best alternative to doing that. So I really don't, I haven't broken any rules. I had to contact multiple lawyers. They kind of explained that they don't have any idea that goes, like what goes in the process, but no, I haven't ran into any issues so far. As long as I don't touch the currency and I just sell the equipment, I'm good.
Well, I did notice your margins are going down. Well, why is that? Your absolute dollars are going to go up.
Yeah.
But you're running, I don't know, you project to be at a 20% margin, but you're above that now.
Yeah, that's a good observation. So what happens is college and high school and just finishing up my application for the last year, it's absolutely crazy. So on top of, as mentioned in the video, the 6 AP classes I'm taking, I'm doing a ton of things out of school. So I'm a varsity runner.
Actually, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Your margins are getting better. I did my math wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean,
So
what
what do
I
I
meant
know?
to say,
You should- don't listen to any questions I ask you right now.
So the margins, yeah, do you mean the profit, or do you mean?
I mean, you won't double your sales, but you double your profit. So it's getting better.
Yeah, that's kind of like a general number for me. What happens is when I was first starting, like the sales revenue will go down as seen, but the profit will go up, just because a lot of this base foundation stuff, it kind of goes on this theory of money makes money. The biggest problem that I had starting out was I didn't have that investing, that seed capital, and really the only way I got it was really just bonuses and birthday money. I mean, I didn't start with much money. Like I didn't I didn't really get much money from my parents either. So the fact that the profit goes up and then the revenue goes down, it's just because I'm able to at least have a very strong foundation from where it comes from.
Yeah.
But yeah, the revenue, just so busy with college applications.
I guess the question is it scalable as it grows? You know.
Yeah, right now, it's a very long debate. So it looks like Ethereum might move to something called proof to stake, where mining would be irrelevant. But I'm starting a few other projects with a few friends of mine, and I'm confident that I'll be able to keep going in the industry even if mining does dull down a little bit.
You operate out of your home?
I do actually operate out of my home. Yeah.
Michael, one of the criticisms of cryptocurrency and mining in particular is the amount of energy it takes and the climate implications of that. How does that factor into your business model?
I get that a lot, actually. So Bitcoin, there's a select amount of Bitcoin that can be mined. And so for everybody that's entering the market, they get a smaller and smaller share. With Ethereum, that takes a ton of energy because of that. With Ethereum, it's like you're fighting over your amount. But for Ethereum, there's an unlimited amount, and the hash rates, or how much you get, actually stays pretty consistent between everybody. So regarding energy usage, Bitcoin takes a lot more than Ethereum does. And it's really overblown for the most part. Like on the Bitcoin side is very inefficient, and I'm not a big Bitcoin guy myself. And that's how I think that this company is sustainable, is because, over time, just because it doesn't take the amount of energy Bitcoin mining does. But for the most part, what happens is Ethereum just isn't at the same factor as Bitcoin is, That's what also made our company successful. A lot of people were into Bitcoin mining, and I realized that there was this huge gap in between the Ethereum mining.
Someday sit down with me and explain the whole thing.
It's going to take a few hours, but
Take me longer than that. Thank you, Michael.
Michael, outstanding presentation. You came here to impress, and that you certainly did. And when I was watching your presentation, I was thinking about the Super Bowl ads that we saw, and I would not be surprised if in a couple of years we see one of your ads during the Super Bowl. That is just so wonderful. And all those cryptocurrency ads that people were seeing, just wonderful. Now, we have a quick reminder to pay close attention to our finalists, as again, you're going to have the opportunity to vote for that Viewer's Choice Award winner. So just check out the event chat or Junior Achievement social platforms for that voting link. We're now going to take a special pause for a few people that I know you'll all be excited to see again and check in with. One of our event judges from last year, Christine Specht of Cousin Subs, has a special follow-up in our Where Are They Now feature. I know nobody has forgotten Jonah Larson, our 2021 Young Entrepreneur Live competition winner. Let's take a look at what Jonah's been up to.
Hi, I'm Christine Specht, CEO of Cousin Subs. I'm pleased to join you today as the sponsor of the second annual Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Last year, I had the pleasure of serving as a judge. I watched our student finalists make their pitches, and ultimately, Jonah Larson, owner of Jonah's Hands, was crowned winner. This year, we thought we'd take a quick peek at what Jonah's been up to over the past year.
Drum roll, please.
It was a big decision.
Jonah Larson!
Earning this La Crosse middle schooler a $10,000 check, bigger than his body, as the winner of Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Jonah Larson's winning hands-on business, his budding crochet empire. Maybe you've read one of his books, seen him on national TV, or are one of his hundreds of thousands of social media followers learning how to craft. 1 year later, how you been?
I've been absolutely wonderful. This whole year, it's just been amazing. So many great things have happened.
The now high schooler is still at it.
My business is still going strong. Crocheted items, my books. I actually have new crochet kits.
Larson is launching new products and new videos, saying the competition made him a better pitchman while giving him newfound appreciation of the power of networking, especially after a conversation with a judge revealed he was a minority owner of the Bucks.
During the presentation, I was wearing a Bucks face mask, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fan of the Bucks, so I want to get you and your family courtside seats."
An experience leading to a surprise run-in with Giannis after the game.
And he takes off his jersey that he wore during the game, asked someone for a Sharpie, and then he signed it and gave it to me.
It wasn't dumb luck, but hard work that's opening doors and leading to success. Now, as 4 others are set to walk in his shoes, what advice would you give to the finalists this year?
Write your speech with passion, and then once you've written your speech from your heart and with passion for your business, practice, practice, and more practice.
Advice that could create some big opportunities. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
I think you'll agree that Jonah's future continues to be very bright. What a great ambassador he is for Junior Achievement student entrepreneurs across our state. I can't wait to see the great things this year's winner accomplishes. You can be sure we'll check in with them next year.
That is so amazing. How fun to hear from Jonah. I feel like if he ever sees Giannis again, he's going to want a crocheted Bucks jersey in exchange for that signed one that he gave him. All right, now let's meet our third contestant, presented by our sponsor, EY.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. EY is proud to be a regional sponsor of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. EY, building a better working world.
Hello, my name is Michael Schultz, and I'm a principal of consulting services at EY. On behalf of EY, I am pleased to join you as a regional sponsor of the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. For over 30 years, EY has had its own Entrepreneur of the Year program, which recognizes the endeavors of exceptional women and men who create the products and services that keep our worldwide economy moving forward. Our program is global and touches over 60 countries with amazing stories year after year of successful entrepreneurs. The really neat thing for all of us here at JA Wisconsin to know is that this global EY Entrepreneur of the Year program started right here in our Milwaukee, Wisconsin office with two people who had an idea. A purpose-driven organization focused on ideas, vision, and execution. That is what we believe in at EY, and that is what we are here to celebrate with the JA Young Entrepreneur Live competition today. We know that to build something of long-term value takes grit, persistence, and a sense of ambition that is free of doubt or fear. It takes vision and a relentless commitment to succeed. We are thrilled to see the fine young women and men here today show all of us just that. And as part of today's event, I'm pleased to introduce you to our student finalist, Baxter Salzwedel, owner of the Mad Patcher.
It's not often you can find a 17-year-old who can sew. For Baxter Salzwedel of Elkhart Lake, the skill has come in handy for someone who admits he's always created a lot of holes in his clothes.
I've always been a very daring kid, so I've torn up my jeans like no one would believe.
As a kid, Salzwedel says he hated sewing when he was forced to learn how to do it.
I kind of rejected it just because I was a guy. I was like, no, I want to play soccer. I don't want to sew clothes with you, Grandma.
Now as a high schooler, he's surprising everyone with what he's created. Salzwedel is the proud owner of the Mad Patcher, a sustainably sourced lifestyle brand selling custom jeans, shirts, coats, and more. He's made thousands selling at farmers markets across the state and online. Not bad for a company that started by selling custom masks at school.
I put up a sign on my locker. I had my friend who's a painter just draw an oil pastel and like nice graffiti letters, masks for sale, with like the number 4.
The company's been growing ever since. He's hired friends to help with production while keeping true to the company's mission. 25% of all profits go to charity, and nearly everything he makes is secondhand.
So this business has allowed you to quit your job and kind of work for yourself.
Yeah.
But this has not been easy for a kid who's already faced a few tough patches. Salzwedel was in the 4th grade when he lost his mother to leukemia. The person who's kept him in line
yell at me about my detentions and help me get all my homework done and stuff.
The same person who taught him to sew all those years ago, his grandmother. His success has earned him a new title, Young Entrepreneur Live finalist. It's made his family so proud.
I was shocked. Baxter's always kind of walked to his own beat, so kind of traditional academics has never been his strong suit. However, being creative, being innovative, doing his own thing, so starting a business young.
A grandmother's love sparking this teen's creativity he's now passing on to others.
We try and make everyone really dress how they want to dress instead of how their friends are dressing.
Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Hey judges, I'm Baxter Salzwedel, owner and creative director of the Mad Patcher. We are a sustainably sourced clothing brand that donates 25% of all of our profits to various charities, and we offer free, simple repairs on all of our merchandise. I started this brand for 3 main reasons: sustainability, individuality, and philanthropy, and they play a key role in how I run my business. All of our materials are secondhand or ethically sourced, and our custom orders are in place in order to extend the closet life of our customers' favorite garments, therefore decreasing the environmental impact of the fashion industry, as fashion consumption is the third least environmentally friendly industry. My clothes are all tailored not only to my customers' bodies, but also to their individual styles and tastes. And my main inspiration to donate the 25% of profits to charities was my grandmother, who is the most giving individual I know. She's constantly doing things for other charities, etc. And she taught me everything I know about sewing as well. We have a total of donations through our 25% of profits and originally proceeds to charity of $1,065. Since July, we've had a revenue of $5,095. And we have a total expenses since July, including cost of goods sold and capital, of $2,617. So our gross margin of $2,478 minus wages, commissions, and donations brings us to a current net profit of $43.77, which sounds pretty negative, but it indicates that season 3, the season of Mad Patcher that I'm currently going into, is somewhat of a breaking point for me because I've never started one of my seasons in the green. I've only ended them in the green. So I will, in regards to the future of Mad Patcher, I'll continue to release groups of collections season by season. I'll continue selling through pop-up shops as well as marketing via fly posting and word of mouth, as I think consumers heavily value the face-to-face transaction and interactions and relationships you can make with them through in-person sales versus online. And then I will also continue to expand my social media presence. And most of all, in season 3, I'll be beginning selling out of gallery gift shops. So I'll be contacting different art museums in Wisconsin and have product in their galleries with information about my business. And then a huge pillar of the Mad Patcher is the relationships we build with our customers. We have many repeat customers, especially as they come back with a new hole in their jeans and I cover it up for them. And we have, our pop-up shops are almost a social event sometimes, where everybody's having a good time at an art fair, getting along, talking about clothes. And it is really allowed for us to meet many, many new customers, new businesses of similar interest to align myself or collaborate with, and to find new charities even, as a lot of the time nonprofit organizations will have setups at art fairs and such. So I guess to sum up the Mad Patcher, we are a sustainably sourced clothing brand that donates 25% of all profits to charities, and we have a large emphasis on encouragement of individuality. And we hope we can inspire people and businesses bigger and smaller than mine to do the same.
Baxter, what I love most about your products is, because I love fashion as well, is the...
I like your pin, by the way.
Well, thank you. I love your shoes.
Thank you.
I love the element of freedom that your products, and that's what people need right now. I'm going to be completely transparent. I don't think you're charging enough. So let me ask you, what's your price point?
I've been told this a lot. So
yeah.
On average, a pair of pants or a jacket will be around $60 to $70.
Okay.
But when you compare me to wearable art that you see, or high-end designer, I'm not charging enough. But when you compare me to clothing that may be less visually pleasing, I'm charging more than them already. So I think with where I'm at now, and especially because the second-handed materials, if I were to get more first-handed materials and still have to ethically source them in a sustainable way, then that would drive up my prices. But I can currently profit while donating and keeping stuff relatively affordable. So I think that's what I would probably stick to for the time being.
And one more thing, Chicago is right down the street,
Mhm.
and the same platforms that you're using in the Wisconsin area, I think you can also tap in to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know logistics is hard with fuel, but this is awesome.
Yeah, my biggest thing for lack of a Chicago pop-up shop is I only know like 6 people to tell their friends from Chicago, you know?
Well, who are you looking at? Let's talk afterwards.
Yeah, sounds good.
So does this number, by the way, I run a food truck, and the first year that we started in the green was a very special year too. So building that momentum takes a long time, but you got there. Do you pay yourself now?
Yeah, so I'm actually paid as an employee. The Mad Patcher's money is a separate entity because mine and my friend's sewing work is all commissioned. So if one of my employees wants to make an item, I don't make any money off of it. I just get the money back for the fabrics in the jacket they used, for example, or else, yeah.
So you have employees.
Yes, I do. There's one of them right there, Eddie, and
Good
then
timing.
my friend Tyler sews a little bit, and then the rest of them are a little too part-time to quite consider an employee, but I've had a lot of people come in, do work, modeling, photo shoots have been a huge capital expense of mine.
So you taught them to sew.
Yeah, I've taught. That's been my favorite part of my job is teaching all my friends what I have about sewing.
When you
And
approached them,
yeah.
would you like to learn how to
it's
sew?
like,
What did they say?
I saw, one of them, my kind of second in command at Mad Patcher, my friend Tyler, it was at a Halloween party and he had sewed his costume. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you got to get in my basement soon. so I invited him over the next weekend, and then the Mad Patcher was really slow actually before then, but once I had a buddy to do it with, it really started picking up faster.
You're still in school.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a senior in high school.
Senior. Where do you want to take this?
So I'm thinking about going to Fashion Institute of Technology in New York next year. They have the #1 fashion program in the world, and they have a lot of connections to be made, especially through New York Fashion Week. Basically, all of their fashion design students are permitted into New York Fashion Week, whether that be through volunteering or just to watch it. And they introduce you to a lot of people in the fashion industry to make connections.
So you're a marketing machine when you go to school.
Yep.
And so are a lot of the other kids in school wearing your Mad Patcher
At my high
outfits?
school?
Yeah, at your
Yeah,
high school.
a good amount. We've got a lot of the girls in my grade.
What about the influencers? Do you have like any influencers within your
So
network?
I basically, all of my friends who have more than 2,000 followers, if I sell them something, I sell it to them for way cheaper, and I say you have to post in it once or
That's
twice.
good. Mhm.
But my next move for influencers-wise is I'd like to sponsor by just sending them free stuff all the time, some of the most talented local skateboarders and snowboarders, as my target market is the skateboarding community largely in Wisconsin, and surprisingly enough, women over 50. You probably don't hear those target markets right next to each other often, but women over 50 and skaters. So I'm thinking about sponsoring a couple of skateboarders and snowboarders in the area and because their clips are reposted so many times. So to have my pants in those videos would be beneficial.
Baxter, it seems like you're really motivated by the sustainability impact that your
Mhm.
products have. Do you have a vision for ways to extend your product line or do other things to impact the fashion industry?
Just a random example is, I've been thinking about this a lot lately is, do you know what Gore-Tex is? So I'm thinking of a Gore-Tex alternative, and I've been kind of slightly researching it, where I could be putting something over the seams, and it doesn't need to be waterproof, it just needs to be completely fray-proof. Because as long as a jean can't fray at the seam, it won't fray anywhere else unless you slide on your knees across the concrete. So yeah, to make some sort of super glue-like material to put on top of all seams that would still allow for the pants to have the same amount of flexibility would make garments that can virtually last forever.
The price just went up, just based on what you said.
Yeah.
The price just went up.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures or whatnot, but there's entire landfills of nothing but clothing. So the fashion industry is the third least environmentally friendly industry in the entire economy. And so yeah, I feel we have a lot of beauty in our category, but there's also work to be done in how we can do it more sustainably and smarter.
Thank you so much, Baxter. That was simply amazing. What I love so much about your work is that not only have you found your own personal style, which, let's be honest, some people never do, but you encourage others to do the same. So it is just so impressive. You are quite the artist. Finally, I am honored to present our final sponsor message from Baker Tilly.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. Baker Tilly is proud to be a regional sponsor of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Baker Tilly, making a difference for our clients, our people, our profession, and our communities.
Good afternoon. I'm Chris Anderson, Managing Partner of Growth Strategies at Baker Tilly. On behalf of Baker Tilly, I am pleased to join you as a regional sponsor for the Junior Achievement Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Being a leader within Baker Tilly means advocating and inspiring the way forward and turning vision and reality for our team members as well as our clients. Working as a leader, we serve as stewards for our clients, our team members, our communities, and our profession. We know these characteristics, as well as many more, are some of the most important and valuable traits in successful entrepreneurs. Serving on the board of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin over the last several years has given me the opportunity to see the many ways we can support developing leaders in our communities. Baker Tilly is pleased to support the incredibly inspiring young entrepreneurs before us today. I'm pleased to introduce you to the co-owners of Comma Inc., Samantha Osorio, Aiden Fowler, and Lillian Geckerman.
When you look through their pictures, it's hard to believe that 3 teens from Fond du Lac have any spare time on their hands, busy with sports and school.
We're all busy people, and we have jobs on top of that.
It's not easy balancing everything.
It makes what Aiden Fowler, Samantha Osorio, and Lillian Geckerman have accomplished so impressive.
It was actually like a 2 in the morning type of idea.
What started as a class project their sophomore year,
So yeah.
turned a hypothetical company, Comma, into a real-life brand with a product.
An all-natural air freshener that's centered around our customers' health and well-being.
The company's goal at first was to solve a teammate's problem.
So I have like really bad allergies and would get like an awful reaction from like common air fresheners.
The teens have now launched their all-natural air freshener and already sold hundreds worth of the product.
There's been a lot of research and trial and error.
It's not Fowler's first attempt at being an entrepreneur.
I started my first business when I was 6.
After making homemade candles to drinks,
I've obviously made a couple lemonade stands like every other kid.
the teens decided to make Aiden their CEO. Lily handles the financials and Samantha the company's marketing. The trio learning the ups and downs of working as a group.
We've had some challenges, but we've been able to work through, and I feel like after talking over that, we've been able to become stronger as a company.
The 3 have already found success both in selling.
Yeah, so within the past week, actually, we just got into our first retail location.
And pitching, placing in regional and national business competitions. Their next contest will be their biggest as a Young Entrepreneur Live finalist. Hopeful the judges will see their big idea as a breath of fresh air. Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Lily, what's that smell?
Sorry guys, I just had my soccer practice. It must be my sports bag. I hate that it always smells so bad, but there's nothing I can do to eliminate the odors in a safe and healthy way. The deodorizing balls that my mom got me contain so many chemicals that cause problems with my allergies.
Haven't you heard of the new company, Comma? Comma creates plant-based air freshening products free of toxins. And what makes it better is that all the ingredients are found in nature. So they won't react with your allergies and will make that smelly bag smell great. All you have to do is spray it once and take a moment to breathe.
Not only does Kama eliminate odors in your sports bag, but it removes the smell wherever you spray it. Hi, I'm Aiden.
I'm Sammy.
I'm Lily.
And together we're Kama.
Like I said, breathing in harmful chemicals not only affects yourself, but the people around you and the environment. We have found that current air fresheners contain toxic chemicals that can cause many health issues.
We formulated some of the only all-natural air freshening products on the market.
With about $2,500 in sales alone since we've incorporated in late October, with an 87% profit margin and about $3,000 since we begun our business, we are expanding at an exponential rate. By the end of the year, we are expected to surpass $15,000 with at least 5 new products added to our brand.
Since we have entered the wholesale market in late January, we've grown tremendously.
On March 1st, we're planning to release 2 new products, essential oil blends and car diffusers. Additionally, we're releasing 6 new scents to our line. However, within the next 2 years, we're also planning to release candles and green cleaning products.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by searching our tag, Kama.co. Since we've started our social media, we have reached a following of over 2,000 people with an average reach of 2,500 individuals. Though our main focus is to organically expand our company, advertisements are a must and will be implemented later this month before our product launch.
As Kama continues to expand, we are projected to be a positive profit company. Over the next 3 years, we are expected to grow over 700% from our initial growth rate. As a company, our expenses will grow with an increase in revenue. This is due to equipment costs, supply, and marketing. Over the next 2 years, we are expected to generate $80,000 in revenue with a total net income of $4,000 due to our wholesale increase. But by the end of year 3, we are expected to grow over $520,000 with a total net income of $239,000. Through our wholesale process and second-year salaries disrupt our 2-year revenue, we are expected to grow over 600% from our second year in business to our third. With a prize of $10,000, we'll be able to further expand our business to meet the demands of our customers.
Our company would also be able to begin the research and testing phases of many new products. For a more in-depth view on how our company would use this money, please view page 4 in your investor binders.
So are you ready to join us and take a moment to breathe?
Love it! And it smells wonderful. What do you foresee as your customer demands?
We have products first, so.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And here is yours.
Thank
Here
you
you
very
go.
much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so what do you foresee as your customer demands?
So we reach those families that are looking for organic, natural products to keep their family safe. They're aware that current air fresheners or current products that they use in their household contain many chemicals that do harm individuals' health. So they're really looking for products to switch to that don't contain those nasty ingredients.
I was sure you'd have hand sanitizer on your product roadmap. No?
Not right now. When we research and go into our cleaning products, that is definitely a product we'll look into.
How do you formulate all these different?
So with a bunch of research, a lot of research, and working with other individuals, we've been able to formulate our product.
So you're working with scientists, or?
So with I have a family background in the cosmetic industry. Okay. My grandma owns a small cosmetic business, so we were able to work with her to create a product that is both beneficial and healthy.
Do they have to be approved through government regulations?
No, so there's actually very limited regulation on air freshening products. We found that out. We do find that that's not the good case because so many current products can have all this nasty chemicals in their product, and they don't even have to tell you about it. So we're able to be fully transparent with our customers by even showing them our ingredient list on the back of their product.
So where do most of your sales come from now, and why wholesale?
So
What's that strategy about?
They come business to business, or business to consumer through our online sales, and we also go to many local events. We're actually looking into going into expos and small business expos to further reach other people. And then we're looking to get into wholesaling because that widens the view for us. We're able to reach a lot more people and allow them to bring the sales for us.
You open a shop somewhere?
We're actually in a small retail location in Fond du Lac, Gathered Roots. They're our first wholesale account, and we're able to work with them through that.
Okay. Are you all in school?
Yes, we are.
Yep, we're all juniors.
In
high school.
High school.
Yep.
Wow.
I noticed in your startup costs you don't have marketing costs. How do you fund your I assume you're gonna have to spend money to market, right?
Yep.
So right now, my main focus was actually to just get our name out there. So that can be really difficult sometimes. So just marketing and like contacting with other like small businesses and people who like have the same like ideal problem as we do. I do contact those people, and then that goes with the other businesses. They help us get our name out there, and we help them. So that's the main thing for right now. I do plan to just go into it a little more in depth later on.
What differentiates this? I mean, it smells amazing, and as a consumer who identifies as a woman, these products are exactly what I gravitate towards. But what differentiates this from other air fresheners? Why should I choose Kama versus going to Bath & Body Works?
So we have a family within our district that purchased an air freshener to see if it would react to their children, like other air fresheners on the market do. And they actually purchased 12 more because they realized that it isn't like any other product. It allows you to breathe a breath of fresh air instead of coughing and getting a headache like other air fresheners.
I love that, and I wish that would be a little bit more, I don't know, I mean, if that's more on the label, to me that was what was appealing when you were saying it, so maybe think about how you can put that on the label, but yeah, this is awesome, it smells amazing. Oh, wait a minute, it's on the back. There we go, never mind. Read, Denise.
So co-founder dynamics are often a thing in startups. How has it worked for you all to be working together so far, and how do you see that evolving in the future?
We've been able to set boundaries, and we're able to give each other roles, so we're not crossing into what another one of our partners is doing. So we're able to trust each other. That's a really big thing within our business is trust. Going forward, we are looking to hire employees. So by doing that, we're able to get more done within a shorter time span. Yep.
How often do you meet, the three of you?
So we actually started this in our business class, our Incubator EDU course, and we're actually in the second year of that, Accelerator. So we meet every day during the school day, but we also meet all the time to discuss business.
All the time.
And one more, so your targeted audience is who?
Our targeted audience is people who want natural products, specifically those females or males who have or smaller kids that are involved in sports, school, everything else, and they're using traditional products that they know aren't good for their kids.
Love it.
Where does this go after high school?
Good question.
So we all want to go to an upper level education. So like I said before, hiring employees would allow us to still work on our education, but create jobs for our community and help grow our economy and work with other individuals.
All right, excellent work, guys. What a story you three have. I think if you talk to a lot of business people, they would tell you that sometimes the most challenging part is working with your business partners, and it really seems like you three have that down. Thank you so much for sharing your business with us. So now our judges will go to work and make the very hard decision for the winner of the $10,000 scholarship. They have quite a task ahead of them. We'll be back with them in just a bit. And with the conclusion of our final presentation, I'd like to draw your attention now, one final time, to our event chat. Here, I'd ask that you'd vote for the finalist you feel is worthy of our Viewers' Choice Award, sponsored by Russ Darrow Automotive Group. Again, this individual will earn an additional $500 cash prize.
Junior Achievement's Young Entrepreneur Live competition is made possible by the generous support of our community partners. Russ Darrow Automotive is proud to be the Viewer's Choice sponsor of the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. Russ Darrow Automotive. Discover the Darrow difference.
Your greatest achievements begin with you. However, they are rarely achieved alone. Maybe it's a coach, a teacher, your family, or your community that helps you along the way. The Russ Darrow Automotive Group is proud to join Junior Achievement as the Viewer's Choice Award sponsor for the Young Entrepreneur Live competition. No matter your destination, Russ Darrow will always drive you there. Keep driving.
Junior Achievement is where dreams take flight. We are helping students connect what they learn in school to future work and career success. We are teaching them how to manage money to achieve financial security as adults. And we are showing them that starting a business also means changing lives and communities. However, we can't do it alone. Find out how you can help.
What a wonderful mission that we have had the opportunity to be a part of here today. It is our hope that through the young entrepreneurs that you have seen right here today, you'll be inspired to help even more youth dreams take flight. What an incredible way to put your dollars to work in 2022. I hope all of you see the incredible value that Junior Achievement of Wisconsin is bringing to communities all across our state. Please text to give and help us reach our $20,000 goal. In addition to those sponsors that we've already heard from here today, I want to thank our venture sponsors who have made this event possible, and they include Douglas Dynamics, Heartland Advisors, HSA Bank, Johnson Controls, Dan Manna, Patty McKeithen, MGIC, Rockwell Automation, RSM, and the Manitowoc Group. And a special thank you as well to our media partner, Fox 6 News Milwaukee, as well as our public relations partner, Belter and Lincoln. All right, it is now the time that we've all been waiting for. Let's check back in with our judges and have them share their final decision.
If there is one thing that we can agree on today, it's that we've all been truly inspired by the next generation of entrepreneurs we have before us. What an incredible showcase of our youth that has been on display today. To say this decision was not easy is an understatement. How do you choose? But the judges were asked to evaluate each entrepreneur and business on a variety of factors, including their current business success and growth potential, their financial viability, social involvement, and the entrepreneur's hustle and true passion for their product or service. Again, what a display that we've seen of all of these factors. Ultimately, the judging panel has selected Michael Monagit of Calcius, the winner of the Junior Achievement of Wisconsin 2002 Young Entrepreneur Live Competition. Congratulations, Michael, on your $10,000 scholarship. I think that we speak for all of us, or I think I speak for all of us when we say we cannot wait to see where you go. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Yes, I gotta ask you, Michael, how does it feel?
This feels great. I honestly didn't talk about business with any of my friends for years now, so it's like great just coming out like finally and just talking about what I love, what my passion is.
What you've been up to,
yeah.
all your free time. Oh, this is
Yeah.
so wonderful. Wanted to ask you one more question too. You said that you saw something in this cryptocurrency kind of business.
Yeah.
What was it about it that drew you to it? Where did you see that potential?
The amount of sophistication there was, and I also saw so many people enter into it, and just like having that background in the tech space really showed me, gave me a whole different connection of new people, and they kind of inspired me to look at new options. Yeah.
my gosh. Well, we are just so happy for you. You have so much to be proud of already, and now you've got one more thing to be proud of.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you, so well deserved.
Thanks.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations. All right, should we bring out the other finalists too? We have certificates for them. Oh, congratulations, guys. Congrats. I will hand out the certificates now. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. Oh, there you go. Oh. We are all so proud of you, and we are so grateful for the wonderful submissions that we had here today. I've got to say, I think I'm in the prime seat being able to stand up here because your parents and your families and your supports are here today. And just to see their reactions, their pride, how they're rooting you all on. I think when you have that much support from your community, from your families, it sets you up for success. So what a great day that this has been. We are so proud of all of you. You should really be proud of yourselves. And we want to thank you for joining us for this extraordinary display of student entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you, our judges, for their time. Have a great evening.